I think that a lot of us are missing that spark in life that actually makes us want to do things. We're missing that motivation, that drive that actually helps us achieve the things that we want. For example, a lot of us are demotivated to go into the gym. However, we're always taught to stay disciplined and just keep going no matter your feelings. That is really good advice. Don't get me wrong. Always stay disciplined to the goal that you've set yourself to achieving your dream body, to whatever goal you have. Always stay disciplined to achieve that. However, I think the way to work around your demotivated times is to actually work in seasons. Working in seasons basically means every, I don't know, 3, 4 months, I'll say every 4 months, you should have like a sort of different goal. For example, for me, university starts, my goal would be okay, I am going to ace all my classes, and then my minor goal is going to be stay lean. The next semester, I'm going to keep the same goal of acing all my classes because obviously it's university. That's a pretty constant thing all around. And then I might change my minor, the second goal. However, once summer comes around, I don't have to worry about school. And now it's a completely different season. I can completely change my goals. I don't have to worry about school. So instead of worrying about staying lean, I could go into my fitness season. I could worry about gaining a couple of pounds. I could worry about gaining size. Or maybe you're in your money maxing season. You worry about making as much money as possible. And this can work like in any type of lifestyle that you live. For example, if you're just the normal working class man, 9 to 5, all of that, your 9 to 5, just completely ignore that. You don't really want to focus on that. Like, your goals shouldn't revolve around your 9 to 5. It should be outside of that. So what you do outside of your work should correlate to what your goals for that season are. So your 9 to 5 is constant all year round. Let's just say that. And then you have another 5, 6, 7 hours every day to work towards your goal, let's say. Let's say like 5 hours every single day to work towards your goals. Depending on the season, you'll have a different goal. Ignoring your 9 to 5 because that's completely constant the whole time. What are your goals for the season? Is it to gain weight? Is it to lose weight? Is it maybe to be more attractive, to be more lean? Is it to make more money from an online business? Is it to make more content, to become more social? Working in seasons, I think, is the cheat code to life because this way we're more stimulated all year round. We're more stimulated like every 3, 4 months when you get a little bit bored and you don't really want to work on that goal anymore. You can just switch it. You say like, okay, I've achieved enough of this. Let me just go do something else. I think I've gained enough muscle for this season. Okay, let me just go into a money maxing season of my life. And then after that's over, after I've made enough money for that season, it's sort of constant. Now, like that money is sort of my baseline. I could go into my social life. I could start improving my social life for the next 4 months. And then the year starts over and I could have a new goal. Whether it be the same goal from like a year earlier, doesn't matter. Every 3, 4 months, this is how I live. Every 3, 4 months, I have a different goal. However, since I'm in university, it is like relatively important. My main goal from September to December and January to April is just to do really good in my classes. But then during the summer, I have completely different goals. Like, for example, last year, no, not last year, 2 years ago, I had the goal of just sticking to like an upload schedule, and it did me pretty good. And maybe this year I could focus on just gaining weight. That's what I did last summer. Last summer, after my university semester was over, one of my main goals, the main goal that I had, was just to put on more muscle. And I did, because I didn't have all these other commitments to worry about. Work was constant. I didn't have to worry about that. No more school. So what else was there in my life? Socializing, minor thing right there. Job, minor thing right there. What else is there? Dating and gym. I wasn't really interested in dating at that time, so I'll just do gym. I'll just set a goal to gain more mass, and I did. I was a lot skinnier, and at the start of 2024, 2025, for 2026, I was a lot skinnier. And then by the end of that summer, by the end of August, I had gained a lot of weight, and it worked. I'd gained a lot of muscle. So I think that setting up our life in a way that we work in seasons can keep us a lot more stimulated and a lot more focused all year round, because not only do you give yourself like a strict timeline, a strict deadline of when to achieve this goal, but you also stay stimulated the whole year round, because you can't really stay focused on a long-term project. It's difficult. It takes a lot of discipline. However, switching that long-term project to something more like a side goal, and then switching your main goal to gaining weight, that could actually do you a lot of good. And I've realized that that saying of like putting all your eggs in one basket, meaning like don't focus on one thing at a time, is like, it doesn't really apply in this situation. It is kind of bullshit. Don't put all your eggs in one basket basically just means don't focus on one thing for whatever time period we're looking at. But like, that's not necessarily what we're doing. We're just putting most of our eggs in one basket, meaning like whatever goal we're focusing on then. And then the rest of the eggs is like, oh yeah, one over here in fitness just to maintain your weight, one over here in socializing just to maintain your like social life, one over here in dating. It doesn't really matter. But most of my eggs are in one basket at a time, and I've realized that makes me the most amount of progress. This way, I can literally make more progress than the people around me. And that's just the truth. I'm making more progress. And I think that's just the beginning of the journey that people could take, setting their life up in seasons. But yeah, if you learned anything from this video, then please just subscribe, as it does help out. As it does help out the channel a lot. And comment, like, support me in any way you want, and I appreciate it. I'll see you next time.